Good morning and welcome to Mountainside Kitchen. Today we are going to be talking about kefir. Some people call it kefir. A lot of people know it as like milk kefir grains, and I have actually both. I have milk kefir, but today's is going to be about water kefir. And this is my little setup for making kefir. So a couple years ago I started out with probably 2 tablespoons of grains, and I don't know, I have probably 12 or more cups of grains right now. But I want you to look at this. This is filled up to grains about here. This is like my overflow one, but it's all bubbly. Oops, I think I kind of spilled some, but yeah, those are little active cultures that are very happily eating the sugar and the molasses that I put in there. And I'm going to show you probably on time lapse how I do this, because it would probably just be boring and take too long. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these, and these I have 4 of these, and they're going to end up going into 4 bottles like this. And I will probably talk over the time lapse so it makes a little more sense, and I'll put like a recipe in the bottom that I got from one of my friends in town, who kind of like got me started in all of this. So yeah, so here we go. All right, it is time to make the kefir. So here I go, and I am getting ready to strain the liquid off of the grains, and I'm getting that into those jars, and all I'm doing is just straining it through a plastic strainer. And then I have a giant thing of grains right there. You probably won't have all that, but I had extra liquid with that, so I put that into the jars as well. So for the other step, I'll put a half a cup of juice on top for the second ferment. And then here we go with this. Half a cup of sugar, sorry, and then about half to a teaspoon of molasses, and then a little bit of Redmond's salt. I pour some hot water on that, stir it all up, make sure it's all melted. I'll put ice in there because I definitely don't want to cook my grains. Stir it all up, add my grains back in, and then put a little bit of water just to fill it to the top, stir again, and then we are good to go. Okay, so that is how I put the kefir together. So these are the ones that I just made, and I don't know if you can see how dark that is, and that's because of the molasses. But if you look at the ones that I'll be doing tomorrow, they get really light. And tomorrow, this one will be even lighter. If maybe you rewind and look at what everything looked like before, it goes dark, light, and then lighter. Those little grains love the molasses. So these will be ready. They say, 1 to 9 days for that second ferment, and then these are ready pretty much today. We pretty much don't let them go more than 1 to 2 days. And let me show you what you can make with this. So what you can do is, here is your second ferment kefir. I'll tell you what, let's see how this does. Whew. That one's quite bubbly. So you can take some of that, add it to your glass. I got a little bit of ice in here. Add some dark cherry juice. If I can get it open. And some seltzer. Bubbly water, whatever. Whew. And there you have a very gut healthy probiotic mocktail made with kefir water. So if anybody needs any kefir grains, or if they just want to reach out, I have plenty of it, obviously. But yeah, this is really good for you. I'll be more than happy to talk to you more about it, but the recipe will be in the comments below. And yes, very good. All right, until next time.